Christian, you are here in Bemidji doing your basketball academy, basketball camp. Just kind of talk about what you do and how often do you travel the country doing these camps?
I am here in Bemidji working this weekend. I was over at Oak Hills Christian College and just had a blast working out with those guys. And today was the community camp from 2 to 5. Tomorrow morning, on Sunday morning, I'm working out with the Bemidji High School varsity boys and the girls team. So just up here having a good time, trying to give back to the people of Bemidji. I love northern Minnesota. I'm always up here fishing and hunting, mostly at the Lake of the Woods. But I probably do this once a month where I travel. Most of my academy stuff is in and around Jacksonville, but once a month I try to get out of town so I can spread my academy and spread my reach all over the country. I've been to California a few times. I've been to Texas. I've been up to North Carolina and Michigan. So this is a lot of fun, and I really love coming to Minnesota because I like the people up here and I like the pace of life up here.
Yeah, what's it always like for you to come back to Minnesota, especially during the fight for the Timberwolves?
It's one of my favorite things to do because I love it up here. I mean, I love the people. I love the pace of life. I love everything that it has to offer up here. I married a girl from Minneapolis, so I just like people from Minnesota. And the kids are so well behaved and so well mannered. It's a lot of fun working with them.
What are some things that you like to do with your basketball camps? Just kind of take us through some drills that you like to work with.
Well, very, very much, emphasis on fundamentals and skill development. So I'm trying to work with them all the time on being a better catcher, a better passer, a better dribbler, better at layups. A lot of times I'm working with younger kids, and you can't work with them on high-level stuff, so you have to work on basic fundamentals. And to me, the four basic tenets of basketball are good catching, good passing, good dribbling, ball handling, and layups. So that's what I tend to stress when I'm working with younger players.
Are some of the drills that you like to teach, are they ones that maybe you were taught when you were playing in your college and professional career?
I was definitely taught every one of them. I had a father who was a coach when I was very young. I used to go to 2 or 3 summer camps every summer. So every drill I ever learned, I incorporated into my camp. A lot of my stuff is influenced from my father and obviously Coach K, and then some of the people that I learned stuff from in the NBA. But still, it ends up working out where most of the stuff I'm teaching is stuff that my father taught me at a young age, because if I'm working with younger kids, I got to teach them the same stuff. If I'm working with college kids like at Oak Hill, then I'm teaching them more Coach K stuff.
Yeah, talk about Coach K. I think it was his 800th or 900th win last year. What did that mean to you still see him succeed and bringing a gold medal for the U.S. these past Olympics?
It just reinstilled everything I know about him, which is what I know is that he's the best coach maybe ever in the history of college basketball. So when he got that victory number where he surpassed Bobby Knight, it just, like I said, reinforced, makes you feel good because you're like, I knew he was great, and now everyone knows he's great because he has the victory record. So it was great to see him get that. And it's a testament to just how good he is and how long he's been doing it. And I mean, he's got the kingdom down there at Duke University, and they just love him. And the NBA's try to woo him away, and he won't do it. So he's a great coach.
Do you hope he stays at Duke, hopefully?
I do. It would be interesting if he went to the NBA, but I don't think he'd do it. They threw 30, 40 million at him, and he didn't take it. So he's the king of Duke down there, and you don't give up your kingdom. You have to either get fired or die. And I see him coaching for at least 5 more years. I don't expect him to go to the NBA, and he's great for the game, great for college basketball.
Do you get asked a lot about the game way back in 1992 against Kentucky, the final shot? Do a lot of people still ask you about that shot?
Of course they do. It picks up a little bit, in March when March Madness rolls around, and my voicemail fills up a little faster in terms of requests for interviews and stuff like that. So it's a fun time of the year, and I love the fact that it happens annually. So we get to see it and relive it, and it's a lot of fun.
What's it like for you when it's played back and you relive that shot? I mean, what goes through your mind when you see that shot again?
Well, it's just a huge moment of pride, and you feel good. And I always say to myself, I didn't know it would have this life of its own 20 years later, and it's just, I can relate it to maybe having a child and seeing them do something that you're really proud of. So it's a great feeling.
Do you follow much of the NBA or the teams that you used to play for every now and then?
I
Or?
follow the NBA, of course. I was watching games last night. So it's a great league. It's really fun to watch. Sometimes I'm working with 10 to 14-year-olds too much, so I want to see high-level basketball, so I'll watch that, and I was watching games last night.
What's your take on the Timberwolves now with Ricky Rubio in town, Kevin Love? They really did a lot on their rush. What's your take on the T-Wolves this year?
My take is if Rubio stays healthy, they got a chance to be a really good team. Kevin Love's a devastatingly good player. They got a lot worse when Rubio got hurt last year, so they need him healthy. And I know they're trying to bring in some other horses around those two players, but that's a pretty good starting point. That great point guard who always looks to pass, and then Kevin Love who can put up 30 and 15 every night.
And doing these basketball candidates, what memories does it bring back during your playing days? Does it bring back a lot when you were a player and you're trying to pass on what you learned back then?
Well, it makes you realize that you have to give back, and that's what I'm trying to do. You don't give back at all when you're playing in the league because everything's about staying in shape and staying healthy and working on your game. So as I retired, I said I got to give back. And more than anything, it's just what I love to do. I don't play anymore, so I got to be on the court. I got to be coaching. I got to be doing my passion. It's the thing that comes easiest to me, and it's the thing I enjoy the most.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.